It's Monday again already. Holy mackerel. This week just went.
Boom. Well, today is Labor Day as well, which is kind of ironic because most people have got the day off.
Well, you've earned it through your labor.
I see. But it's always struck me as one of those kind of weird conundrums like rush hour. That's an oxymoron, isn't it? Rush hour. It's a period considerably longer than an hour where pretty much everything stops.
Well, we could do all kinds of oxymorons like
military intelligence.
jumbo shrimp.
That's it.
Anyway.
Let's see who we've got anyway. If I can make this darn thing work. Oh gosh, look, lots of people's joining us. Let's have a look.
Savannah.
Oh, well, we've got chiming in already is Sean. Hello, Sean. Happy Labor Day to you as well. And happy Labor Day to Savannah, who is on the west side.
Yes, she's out
Are
west.
you out west, are you?
Vacations.
Oh, she's vacating. Oh, and hello, Wendy. Happy Monday to you too. So there you go.
There you go.
Well, look, I see there's a bunch of concurrent viewers. You don't have to chime in if you don't want to, but do. But if you haven't mashed that like button, do that right now.
Oh,
hello, Peggy. Gilda. Hello, Gilda. Gosh, happy Magickal Monday. My last wife for a while. Back to work tomorrow. Well, you know, we get to go to work. That's a privilege for us. Right. It really is.
And well, I guess school starts soon tomorrow.
It mustn't it? Yeah, the little critters go back. School's in session.
You can feel all the anxiety.
Freneticism. Yeah. It's a good time to get cheap pencils, though, at Staples, isn't it?
It is a good time to get school supplies. It's kind of ingrained, you know, that you want some new shoes and school supplies this time of year for some reason.
Well, yeah. She's visiting family in Oregon and Washington this Savannah. Well,
there
that's
you go.
nice.
Yes.
It's on my bucket list to get out west. I've been to, when I was with Apple, I've been to the mothership in Cupertino, but that was it. Never got to see any of the redwoods or all that sort
I
of
would
stuff.
love to see the giant redwoods. Yeah.
Too big to hug.
You need a whole bunch of peeps.
You need a lot of peeps to hug them. Yes, you do.
Well.
Gosh, there we go.
So we got
Astrology you guys.
As usual.
Gilda says school's been in session for a month already where she is. I don't know. You guys start really early. It's like weird, isn't it?
Did it rain a lot by you, Gilda? Because I know that the
Burning Man was more like Soggy Man, I think it became, didn't it? Poor people. I don't know. Oh, Misty, hello. Misty, do us a favour. Send us an email with your details to either Anton or Lisa, so Anton or Lisa at awarenessshop.com. That's AwareNessShop.com.
All three S's together.
So you got three S's together.
Because we can't give you your karma points credit because we can't find you on the database.
You probably do exist, but we've no idea who you are, Misty. And thank you for becoming our newest channel member. We appreciate that. I saw you join the other day, so thank you. So there we go. Gosh, the redwoods are a must-see. Well, yeah. She's more up by Goonieland. Goonieland? Is that where the Goonies come from? I don't know. It's all very interesting.
I don't know, but probably you won't see any Sasquatches, but that's another story.
Well, I was reliably informed by somebody that they've left the planet now.
Yes, the Sasquatches have all left the planet. Anyhow, and he wrote up.
Not sure.
Some interesting astrological happenings. So Venus has gone direct.
Oh,
so Venus is direct in Leo.
Oh, good. So that means I can be handsome again.
You can get your hair cut and you can make some
I will later.
Beauty decisions, yes.
There's no hope for me.
And you may find that this helps you discern what it is that you value. Gilda's answering.
Says, it floods because we are in the desert. It just came down too fast for it to drain, but once it stops, it catches up unless it's around on certain roads. Yeah, okay. And in Astoria, where Goonies was filmed, I've never seen that. That's one.
I don't know that.
No, not familiar. Yeah. Well, that's what they had that in California in Death Valley as well, which is below sea level, and there's no natural outlet, so it just forms these temporary lakes, doesn't it?
Yeah,
and
very
eventually
strange.
Disappears. Yeah.
Okay.
Salt flats.
So that was the good news. Venus has gone direct.
Good. Excellent.
Except the same day, Jupiter has decided to go retrograde. So now we know that Jupiter is the planet of expansion. But when it's retrograde, it may make things a little more slow to come. And we know we have Mercury retrograde and a lot of outer planet retrograde things, and we have that funky T-square between Pluto and the nodes that I've been on and on about. But I think that the week ahead of us and next week until we get to the new moon, right? So we're in the waning moon cycle. And we have all of these things kind of going backwards, and it's just a mess.
It's all going backwards.
Well, I think it's a really great time to kind of release, relax, renew, and reset.
You see, well, they all start RE, don't they? Like, as in retrograde.
As in retrograde, exactly. So, although Venus going direct probably makes relationships...
Which also starts with an RE.
A little easier. Because Mercury is retrograde, communication is probably still a little bit miscommunications, right? But I think this next 2 weeks, till the 14th, so it's about 10 days, when we have the Virgo new moon, that'll be at 21 degrees, so that'll open up the world for us, right?
Oh,
so
right, yeah.
So between now and the Virgo new moon, which I'll talk a lot more about next Monday.
Why not?
But I think we should all kind of decide on some sort of exhale program. You know? Well, no, because we have been living in some bizarre dystopian world, you know, where there's so much conflict and so much angst and such.
Isn't there?
And people with opinions instead of facts, and you know, just bizarre things that you can't imagine could be real are real.
Hello, cats.
You know, so I think that just kind of a reset. And, you know, I know that people joke about, well, I'm going to unplug today and I'm not going to have my cell phone and no. And I think that we don't really realize how dependent we've become on not entertaining ourselves or not thinking for ourselves.
Do you know, yeah, look, it's almost like we have this like drip feed of information, and some of it is honestly a drip feed of misinformation. And I guess the problem is with a lot of social media as well, the algorithm tunes itself. Oh, you spent so long with your eyes on this particular post, that's you're going to see more of that. Because they want you to keep scrolling. They just want to hold your attention as long as possible. So they will feed you exactly what it is they think that you want to see.
Well, they have no idea what to do with me anyway.
So you live in an echo chamber, essentially, devoid of actual true...
well,
what do you want to call it? Devoid of a well-rounded information source.
What I'm saying, that is one part of it. But you have your phone on you.
Yeah.
And it buzzes and buzzes and buzzes and buzzes. It tells you there's somebody said something on Facebook, or somebody said something on Instagram, or somebody said something on TikTok, or somebody has sent you an email, or somebody has sent you a text. And if we live on our phone, we're not really connecting to...
Well, see, there's another oxymoron, isn't it? Social media is inherently antisocial. I mean, I remember, and we were just talking about this. We had the luxury of having, you know, our Magickal family over for dinner and all that sort of stuff, and it's so nice.
No
and just in a gathering.
Everybody puts their
nobody's
phone
got their phones out. They're all banned.
And we actually have conversations, you know.
So yeah, it's amazing when you actually get to talk and listen to people. This is the marvelous thing about being human. Have this ability through communication to have a shared experience, and I just love listening to people's stories.
Right,
I think they're fantastic.
And I think that, you know, understanding what's going on above, and again, kind of harnessing that energy, and using whatever fuel is being offered, it's much easier than trying to go against that. So what I'm saying is there's an energy of stillness. Don't look at it as blocks, right? A lot of times when we see retrogrades, we say, oh, the energy of that planet's being blocked, we can't communicate. The energy of that planet's being blocked, we can't expand. The energy of that planet's being blocked, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's a time to regroup.
Another Ari.
So maybe you say, okay, I'm going to work it out that this week I go to bed 1 hour earlier.
Ooh, there's a thunk.
And I'm going to not take any devices into my bedroom. And I am going to read something I've wanted to read for a long time. And I'm going to fall asleep with whatever that is in my mind.
What
Something
we like to
positive.
do is read to one another as
Yeah,
well.
we sometimes will read to one another.
That's really nice.
But
you promptly fall asleep.
I do, because he's boring.
I'm
No,
boring,
sorry.
apparently. Bore anybody to death.
No, but I'm just saying, like, if we're only talking about 10 days between now and the new moon where you can figure out a way you could exhale. Make a little bit of time for yourself, the whole buzz about self-care, but I'm not talking about extravagant things. I'm talking about breathing. I'm talking about being present, but not connected in the way that we've been programmed to be, right? Being present by, instead of texting someone, call them and have a conversation, right? And just like putting your phone down, not taking it to bed with you.
Don't need it, do you?
Just try to exhale, And it's funny because I'm saying, disconnect is being present, and it is. Because I don't,
very zen.
Disconnect from the crazy dystopian things that are going on, Who cares what's going on that's beyond our control? Try not to be so stressed out about it. Yes, be informed, but there's not a lot you could really do in a day if you could just disconnect for a day.
Or maybe even reconnect with yourself. The reevaluate your priorities thing. I think it's a wonderful thing, Well, conversation is
this
fantastic.
whole year has been about this kind of stuff, hasn't it? Right? Nutrition and cleaning and clearing and.
But this is all part of mental health and hygiene. It really is, clarity of thought and just really connecting. Yeah, Helena's saying she uses silent switch on her phone and all that and do not disturb. That's good, but even better if you don't have it there, then you can't gawp at it, can you?
Right, I mean, I understand that some people are ultra responsible and you can't turn it off all day or what have you, but I think you could turn it off for an hour to go to sleep.
That's one of our little guidelines that we have at Circle as well, is we ask that you turn off your phone. We accept that certain people may be first responders and may have to leave in a heck of a hurry, and we thank you for that. But by the same token, what you're doing on duty, on call, come into Circle. That's kind of strange, really. Do one or the other.
Because you're not present with either then, yeah.
It's.
Or give yourself time to eat a meal, right? We rush through,
don't we?
Food,
don't we?
Right?
Funny, we were talking about
even if you're having food by yourself, allow yourself to be a little more zen and honor the bite of food that's in your mouth. Savor and not about the next bite, So try to slow down a little bit. I really think that the energy of the stars is asking us, look at all of these retrogrades. Look at all of this that's happening at one time. It's saying, can you be still? Do you remember how to be still? Do you remember how to connect to nature and just go listen to stillness? Do you remember how to do that?
Go find a brook and listen to what it has to say to you, you know? Or listen to the rustling of the leaves in the trees. What do they have to say to you, you know? What do you see in the clouds when you just lie back and
Stand
look?
barefoot on the ground and just
It's magnificent.
connect in that way. Because social media isn't all that social anyway.
It's an oxymoron, as we're saying. It truly is. Hello, Shannon.
So for these next 10 days, if you can do that, if you can disconnect to reconnect, if you can get out of the fast-paced push,
busy fools.
you know, busy fools, yeah.
Busy fools.
Right? Because if you're speeding down the highway, you're not seeing anything. If you take the back road, you have a chance to stop for a picnic.
Everything all the time. And we did. Everything all the time. It's been up and down this highway, haven't seen a goddamn thing. It's the Eagles, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, but it is true. It is true. Some wise individual, I forget who said this to me now, but it really stuck with me. And it's time spent enjoying yourself is never time wasted.
Exactly.
Because that is the purpose of life, is to live and to live well, you know. So rather than being crazed, you know, running around fretting about things that you just can't fix, you know, don't. But be kind and fix the things you can. Be kind and listen to somebody, you know.
Hold a real conversation where you're not distracted by bzzzt.
Yep, exactly. I'm going to stand barefoot in the Pacific today,
yeah.
on my bucket list too, Savannah. That's it. On my bucket list too. But
I think that's really our message for this program is, here's our opportunity. All these energies are saying stillness. I'm retracing my steps. I'm giving a new opportunity. I want you to understand quiet. I want you to understand stillness. I want you to understand how important thinking and intention is, rather than just acting.
Or, you know, reacting.
Yeah.
Acting or reacting. Just, you know, here's this dollop of whatever to either wind you up or make you laugh.
And I'm not necessarily talking about overthinking or processing or trying to push yourself into contortions or whatever. I'm talking about stillness. Yeah, great if you can work something out, if you can process something and come to a more healthy perspective on something, mental health. Yeah, absolutely. But really, from now till the new moon, which is the 14th, really try to see if it changes how you feel.
It will, you know.
You know, just an hour to relax before bed. Somehow fix it for yourself that you have that little extra time.
It's some also wise person once said to me, you know, everybody should meditate for 20 minutes every single day. Unless you're too busy, then it needs to be 2 hours.
Yeah, that was a guru on Facebook. Yeah.
2 hours, yes. But that's true. We all wind up, you know, just whipping ourselves up into a frenzy.
Absolutely.
And just, you know, if you treat your car like that, the engine wouldn't last very long, would it? So think about, you know, how you're treating yourself. And are you doing the necessary maintenance for you? Are you allowing yourself to be still, to have downtime? I mean, literally downtime. Put the device down. Turn the TV off. Try conversation, you know? It's amazing. Everybody is a story you know nothing about. I guarantee it. And that beauty of shared experience. It's one of the things certainly within our tradition that we try to bring forward is the narrative spirit, and that's you learn.
Right. Journal, write something, and if you're going to watch something, watch something that isn't interrupted by 5 bazillion commercials.
We interrupt this commercial for a commercial.
What is he saying?
Sean said he's managed to cut his screen time by 25% a week. Baby steps.
All right, well, that's good.
It's a start.
Yeah.
It's a start.
Yeah.
But no, it was George. It's George Carlin said this. Life isn't measured by the breaths we take, but the moments that take our breath away. And if you're too distracted from the present, if you're too distracted from actually being entirely present where you are, you will miss stuff. You've got your head down. I've done it to people when they're in the car and we've been driving through some beautiful parts. Oh, did you see that unicorn up there? Yeah, you're in the most beautiful scenery in the world and you're gawking at your phone. Why? Why? Look out the window. Look at this. Open the window. Smell the air. You know, it's. Be present, please. Be present.
Especially this time, we're being offered this time. So let it be out of the ordinary. Like, both of us have huge amounts of responsibilities, deadlines, and pressures. But I'm really, really going to try to find just that 1 hour to go with what's being offered and release. Right? When was the last time you actually had time to think about nothing? Or think about something you really wanted to think about? Or learn something?
See, Shannon says, I sit in silence to get rid of all the chaos.
Exactly.
Do you know what? Yeah. And what's Steph MP have to say here? Just worked out in my garden, felt so good. Well, there you go.
Absolutely. We're going out to harvest today. We have a ton more tomatoes. Beans,
I got work
beans.
to do. We're doing really well on beans, honestly, which is good job. But she makes the best garlic beans imaginable.
Oh, garlic
we could
beans.
sit down and eat a pound of them to our own neck, and probably have.
The garlic beans are lovely. We're just sad about the squash beetle. Got all of our zucchini, all kinds of winter squash, summer squash, all our melons, and our cucumbers, the squash beetle.
See,
Because we didn't have time to do a daily thing.
The chickens got to eat the squash beetles. Well, the larvae, I guess, because the beetles taste horrid. No, but that's why they're so prominent, aren't they? But we're entirely organic. We don't use pesticides and stuff like that, so it's kind of tricky. But you know, we'll find a good natural predator for
squash beetles. I don't know. I think it's got to be us out there every day.
Maybe we'll be the natural predator. Yeah.
All right. So you got that right. Unplug, disconnect, exhale. Listen to silence. Sit outside. Sit in the shade and just close your eyes and be. And give yourself a little extra care.
Misty says garden food is always the best tasting. It is when you know exactly what's gone into it, Misty. When you know exactly, you know, we've raised them all from tiny little seeds, you know,
and planted tons of seeds.
And tomatoes. We've got tomatoes coming out the wazoo now. We've got they're not quite so sure what to do. And peppers. All of the peppers are starting to come in. So.
Well, I made a lovely. Sausage and peppers with potatoes last night.
Our own potatoes too. Those lovely chicken sausage and peppers. It was nice. I hate squash beetles, and I don't use pesticides either. Anna, they're a pain.
They're really hard. Pain. I mean, you'd have to go out there morning and night.
Some say if you get gaffer tape, you know, that strong sort of, you know, like duct tape stuff, and just pull the eggs off under the leaves. You turn it inside out and use it on the back of your hand to pull the eggs off under the leaves.
Yeah, but
it's good.
that's
but
going to
every squash beetle you
too.
find, it doesn't though. It just pulls the eggs off. But if you squash every single squash beetle, your fingers aren't going to smell nice. But you know,
I think I want a dustbuster and suck them up.
I'm out vacuuming the squash.
I don't know, but it was very disheartening. We're talking about 48 grow bags.
I know.
So that was 96 seedlings. So I planted them in twos in a giant grow bag. Nothing.
Well, they were doing so well as well. We were doing
no
zucchini.
I planted zucchini, yellow squash, patapan squash, several different
Acorn
kinds of
squash.
zucchini, acorn squash, butternut squash,
Watermelons,
pumpkins,
cantaloupes,
cucumbers, pickling cucumbers, all that destroyed. Every day you'd go out there and try to clear them off, and it was just
I don't think I've ever seen so many. I mean, we were literally, it was like a
devastated.
plague of them.
Yeah. And it was sad because it was a ton of hard work, you know, to set all those bags up. And I don't even know how many cubic yards of dirt, but, you know, next year.
All of which
next
was
year.
shoveled by hand.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But we'll do better next year. But we did really well with our corn. We did really well with tomatoes. We did really well with beans.
Sean says I'll bring you zucchini on Wednesday.
Aw.
I thank you, Sean.
I actually bought a zucchini spiraler, and we still didn't get any zucchini.
So Sean, I'm going to let your secret out here because he shared with me when I was talking with him the other day that he's had a desire to grow a massive pumpkin, and he's got two that are probably over 150 pounds at the moment. He can't move them, so I don't know what you're going to do with them. Oh look, I grew this pumpkin. Now what am I going to? Well, I can't move it.
He's going to roll it out and decorate his lawn for Samhain.
I think so.
All right.
I think so.
I think that we should start our. Hannah didn't get very many squash either.
They killed the
They were just
pumpkins.
awful
They
this
were
year.
awful this year.
I've
I don't
never
think I've ever
seen them so bad.
many. Yeah.
What's
It's,
going
yeah,
on?
one
How
or
can
two.
they both be?
I don't know.
I know.
Maybe you did that.
No, I did that because I sorted out all the court cards for the Moon Mansion Tarot.
But we have a deck for the Moon Mansion.
But I wanted to see them large.
We have a large deck for the Moon Mansion Tarot.
But they're all in their envelope.
Oh, I see. You just wanted to look at them.
I wanted to lay them out.
I'm with you now. Grasshopper got to my garden this year. They completely ate all my watermelon plants and more.
Grasshoppers?
Wow. I didn't think
I didn't know
grasshoppers were
about
that bad. But whatever. Hello, Jen. Happy Monday to you.
May the force be with you.
Well, it's essentially September the 4th, but no.
There are people on the porch at like 10:30.
There were, yes.
Alrighty.
All right, we just want to tell you, we should probably put a link for these somewhere. I could probably do this before we do the cards. The putty tat is now painted. We put up a video this last
Two
week.
videos.
Well, the second installment where we actually get huge pussycat out the back of the truck. We managed to. We just couldn't figure out how to do it. So we found this friendly tow truck driver from Modena Automotive who lifted it out with his crane, which is really good.
Don't tell him about the surprise yet.
Oh, right. Okay. What's the surprise?
What I was talking to my friend about this morning.
Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about. So I'll just shut up at this point. Oh, right.
Don't tell him about the surprise.
Oh, right. Yeah, no.
Okay.
I wasn't gonna.
Oh, I didn't know, so I just
No. So we have Joe came along and painted our putty tat, and it needs a name now because we want to give him a little collar with either like a medallion or whatever, something that represents them, their name, because I can't tell you the number of people that have stopped and take their picture with it. It's just funny.
I know, like 12 people on Saturday while we were on the porch. It was fantastic. So anyway, we're very excited about the putty tat, and we're working on a name. I loved Persephone.
Yeah, and Lucifer.
Lucifer, yes. But we're still collecting names, and we'll see what happens. So.
I love it. So if you haven't already, go watch those videos, share them all over the place,
and comment on the name that you'd like.
Yeah,
even if it's already been commented. So
we might offer a bit of a prize for the winning one. I don't know. Yeah, we might.
All right.
We've been known to do things
so
like that. Generosity.
Sean is first.
Is he?
Yes.
Well,
I wrote them all down in order.
What card have you got for me, Sean? Oh no, I'm supposed to pull one for you.
It was probably a wand or a sword.
It is. So, you know what we were saying earlier about learn to relax and sleep well? I think methinks you do a little bit too much over-processing in the nighttime hours. And this is disrupting the sleep. So, I find what helps sometimes, worrying is manifesting in reverse, but what can help, even if it's just simply an overactive mind, is a pad by the side of the bed. And when you've got a thought, just chalk it down and leave it at that. And then, you're not going to worry about forgetting that thought because you can go back to it. because I sense that you're very mentally active, and it gives you a little bit of disquiet sometimes.
I don't know why when I looked at this, I noticed the blanket today with all the astrological stuff.
Isn't it cool? Yeah,
So,
it's quite a cool.
I'm thinking that you're just really, really starting to want to know about astrology.
Either that you're taking up quilting.
He's just annoying, isn't he? And I think there are a lot of really good things we can learn from the as above, so below kind of thing. And I think it also helps us to know a lot more about ourselves. And I think that a lot of your answers lie within your moon sign. Because I just learned that the other day and I was like, oh no. So I would say have a good look at that, what that means, that moon sign. And there's a way that you can find the freedom that you seek, even if it is in dream time.
Dream time, good.
Yes.
Can be. I love it. Tears for Fears.
All right. I have Savannah.
Apparently you do. And Helena thinks I'm funny.
Savannah, drive your own chariot. Something new is going on. I know you're on vacation and I know you're going out to the ocean today. That's a great place to, exhale and let things kind of come off of you. But I feel like there's something about getting back in the driver's seat and like just taking back your authority. I don't know. I don't know, like managing or being in charge or something like that. And I mean, I know you're you play a significant role in a family, and I know that you have a really good partnership, marriage, but I just feel like there's something you haven't been able to control, and I feel like you're getting back behind the controls of it, whatever it is.
It's really funny. There's so much in this card that escapes the view initially. When you start to look at it. I mean, the first thing that got me the very first time I saw this card was, it says the Chariot. Where's the bloody Chariot? But you don't realise that because you're actually looking at it head on. Here are the wheels.
Yeah, it's like a big concrete block.
So yeah, and it doesn't really look like a chariot, does it? It doesn't look totally mobile and stuff like that. But it's because there's so many dichotomies within this card, and it's kind of interesting as well. So sometimes, a direct, don't fanny about, straight up the middle approach is necessary. But never forget, you have to do it with subtlety and weighing up opposing forces sometimes as well. So I think for you, there is that kind of unasked for role of matriarch been kind of thrust upon you a little bit, and trying to be, authoritative, direct, and yet weigh up everything is a bit of a juggle act as well. But it is about, taking the reins and dealing with it, because it's not going to deal with it itself, So yeah, good luck to you, but enjoy your vacation. Hey, not that I'm jealous at all. Oh no, not me.
All right. Mix around.
Who we got now?
Gilda.
Oh, Gilda.
You go first.
You go. Choices, 7 of Cups. And not everything is exactly as it appears. So, especially this time, reevaluate. Don't just make a snap decision here. I think really consider what it is that you're looking at. Maybe alter your perspective. Walk around the back of it. Look at it from the other side. Gain a good. Know what you're dealing with, I think, would be the long and the short of it here. But, in the words of Yoda, choose you must. Ha-ha. What?
Gilda, I don't know why, but I feel like this is a line drawn. The card is kind of saying, hey, look, all those things that are hanging there are decisions that you made in the past. And there's nothing really that you can do to change the past. But what's going on right now, astrologically, you can use to draw a line and say, well, I'm taking the lessons and the information and the things that I learned, that I know, were what happened from the choices that I made. And I'm not going to beat myself up about choices, people that I trusted that I shouldn't, or ideas that I had that didn't work out. Exactly. And you're drawing the line and you're moving forward now, able to really see from a much clearer standpoint. Okay.
So there you go.
I am up next with Misty.
Misty. Don't forget to send us an email.
Yes, please send us an email, Misty, so we can give you karma points credit. Really, really good news is coming. If you are available to hear it. So I'm going to say that sometimes we get in a cycle where we want to be spiritual and esoteric, and we look for a sign in everything, and we think everything is a sign. But that aside, I feel like you have been working on receiving messages or understanding something, and I feel like that information is coming now, and that you'll be able to interpret it.
I'll go further than that. See the 3 pyramids? This tells me old soul. So start listening to your inner voice a bit more. Listen to your intuition, you know. The stuff you know, you don't know why you know it, but you know it. It's past life stuff, quite probably. So, you know, listen to that innate wisdom. It's there. And maybe don't second guess yourself as much as you do. Because, you know, that inner voice, you know, so long as you apply the filter, am I coming at this from a place of love, you will not be wrong.
All right, you're up next with Helena Rose.
Helena Rose. Let's have a little look-see. I'll have to throw them around all over the place. Because I'm feeling this one. Aha! And just wind you back to the start of the, because I almost mentioned this when Lisa was talking about this. Is be the 4 of Swords. This very much is about R&R, you know, rest and recuperation, and really learning to be still, you know. And I think this is so important. So yeah, just chill out a bit, chillax, and allow yourself to
get
be fully
lost
present.
in music.
Oh, that's a lovely thing.
I feel like it's been a long time since you really let yourself just listen to music. You know, before there was all this kind of hype and stuff, and change of the music industry, we could let ourselves sit with a new album, and we could read the lyrics, and we could start to look into the lyrics, and we could start to really listen and understand what was being conveyed. So for you, this may not be, you know, a popular artist and current events, but for you it might be chakra music or angelic kind of tones and harmonies. And I feel like this is kind of saying, look, let yourself really float in that music. Let yourself really feel where the sounds touch you, or if there are words, what they mean to you.
So there you go. So thank you, Misty, for the super thanks or the super chat. I saw the lights flashing there.
Oh yeah.
So that was very kind of you. We appreciate that. And apparently it makes sense.
Oh, good.
That's good, because
right,
we don't often make sense.
I'm up next with Cass, and I know her card's down here somewhere.
You're feeling it, are you?
I am. This one. Ooh. Queen of Wands.
That's not a Leo card in any way,
It is the Leo card. It's got a little black cat. Look.
So also got 3 pyramids, I would point out.
The song Soul Shine just came into my mind.
God, I love
Better than
that. That's so
Sunshine,
nice to
better than
play.
Moonshine. All right.
Allman Brothers.
Getting in touch with your Venusian self. All right.
Yeah, baby.
Put on clothes that you haven't worn in a long time. Something that really makes you feel good. Something that you think you look great wearing. And go out and do something. Even if it's just a trip to the grocery store, what have you. Maybe you could even organize going somewhere where there's live music and dancing or whatever. I just feel like this is a message of becoming footloose and feeling really good about yourself. I don't know. Go on some sort of adventure. Dressed like you want to be dressed. Let loose. Just let it go.
Dressed to the nines, eh? She's saying, to the nines. Yeah. Very leonine card, this, without doubt. So, it's perfect in every way. Ha, 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 ha. But, yeah, it's good to feel good, you know? It is. It's good to be a little showy and a bit of glitzy, you know?
Yeah.
I don't get to dress up very often, you know, but it's nice. I know sometimes when we've been out, you know, to a concert or something like that, it's worth, you know. But yeah, music's a wonderful healing thing. So if you can go somewhere with live music and stuff, you see.
Dance. Do you remember how to dance? You used to love to dance.
You did? Who did? You know these things. All right. Well, she knows more than I do because you don't want to see me dance. That's not a good scene.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, I don't know, just...
Time to play.
Yeah.
Get your Leo on.
Time to feel sexy. All right, you're up next with Shannon.
Freddie Fulcrum here, a little bit. You know, if only I had more information, she says. If only I had more information, then I could make a proper decision. Well, I'm going to call your bluff and say that you see the eyes are peeking out under there. You actually can bloody well see. So it's a waxing moon. It really is, you know, you've waited
That's
up.
a waxing moon, but we're in waning moon mode.
I'm on about the card,
The
silly.
card, not the...
Card. We're talking about reading cards, not
Okay.
So yeah, really this is that, you know, come on, get on with it kind of thing. Let's, you know, stop your pithering and be a little more decisive and just have at it. Because, you know, it's not like you only got to make this one decision ever in your life and that's the only thing you can ever do and you can never, you know, make any kind of remedial action. No, there's not that degree of fatality here. It's just, you know, if you need to adjust as you go. So stop being hung up on your, you know, I've got to have everything perfect here. Just bloody well do. There. Just do it. Can you pin the email address in the comments? I'm going to ask you write it down because if I pin it in the comments, we're going to get bombarded with spam. So it's easy, right? Let's do mine. Anton, you know my name, Anton. Then the @sign, and then it's awareness, AWARENESS, and then shop, SHOP. But you'll have all 3 S's together. .com. Okay. That's all you need to know. I'm not going to pin it in the comments because people will scrape that and just bombard us with email.
Shannon.
Back to Shannon. Sorry.
You are on a lot more solid ground than you're giving yourself credit for. She is seated on a concrete seat on a concrete pier. So sometimes water can distract us or make us nervous or emotional. The water is behind her. Mm-hmm. That time of being nervous and worried and uncertain is behind her. She is sitting on a solid rock, and she's making choices. And these choices are going to be choices that will work to help with future things. So give yourself credit. Know that you're in a really solid space, that a lot of things are going very well and giving you firm footing, and it's okay to make some tough decisions.
So there.
All right, and then Anna and I go first.
All right.
Anna's card's down here somewhere.
Splendid.
Sometimes the more you grow, the less you fit in with your old circle.
It's true, you know.
I think that you have a lot going for you. And I think that you can be very, very good at the chameleon thing. You know, when you're among scholars, you can change your vocabulary and speak with them. And when you're out with your country people, you can kind of change your tone there. And when you're out with different friends of different genres, you know, it doesn't mean that you're two-faced or fake. It means that you can fit in wherever you want to fit in. And I feel like that's becoming a little more challenging. Sometimes the more we can see people or see through people, the harder it becomes to relate to them. So I don't see necessarily these characters as you feeling like you don't fit in, as much as it is recognizing the truth about others. That can be an interesting process.
And also, it's not necessary for you to wear the badges you think others should have you wear. It's okay to defy description. It's okay to be outside of a bracket that you think somebody wants you to fit into conveniently. Do be different. Do be different. You do have agency, without doubt. And I agree with Lisa. I think, you know, the more you grow, the more you see, and the more perceptive you become. You can't go back to being blissfully ignorant. You can't unknow what you know. And I think you've learned to pierce veneers now. I think, you know, your level of discernment came up dramatically, and you've seen a lot of things you can't unsee, unfortunately. So don't just, you know, think I have to wear these badges and I have to be, you know, the pariah on the outside, because you're not. You're not. It's interesting. Being different is the best way to be. I agree, Helena.
Well, she's Aquarian. We love to be weird.
Well, yeah,
all
no
right,
operator's
so
manual there.
I'm going to remind everyone watching that when we come together on with spiritual things or on an astral plane, we kind of create a group mind. So you may find that the readings that we've given to each individual person here make a collective kind of reading that speaks to the now, or to the people who are listening or who come by and listen later, right? Go back and listen to Sean's reading and Savannah's reading and Gilda's reading and Misty's reading and Helena Rose's reading and Cass's reading and Shannon's reading and Anna's reading, and see what in those cards or those perspectives that we've put forward speak to you and where you are right now, because there is a collective energy as well as an individual energy.
It is. It's almost like you can make a collage out of it.
And Cass, I always clean or cook to music. I tend to clean to Credence and cook to the Moody Blues.
The funny thing is, I love to cook to music too, but I think my strength, culinary strength, apart from the sort of breakfast short order cook kind of thing, is probably Indian food.
So he'll
or
play like
food from the
Karamash or-
Indian subcontinent, not necessarily. Could
So
be
he'll
Bengali
get
or
himself in
whatever.
that space by playing sitar music and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but oh gosh, somehow it makes the food taste better. Just does.
Well, it's an intention, a vibration. You know, music is very important, but all of our senses inform our sixth sense, right? How we view things, how we hear things, the power of scent and taste and touch. All these senses inform our sixth sense.
Exactly. What is this? We have the Moody Blues playing at the shop today, so there you go.
I love the Moody Blues.
Cold-hearted orb that rules the night removes the colours from our sight. Red
I
is
love
grey
the
and
Moody
yellow
Blues.
white.
They're
Who's to
upbeat.
say which is right?
And there's a lot of hidden messages in there,
Which
you know.
is illusion?
Hey. All right then,
We have
folks.
a card. We need a card for the
A
week.
card for the week. Let's have a card for the week. You want me to pick the card?
I
of
think
the
you
week?
should really.
Do.
You know, you're the paid professional here. I'm just the the eye candy.
Mabon ap Modran.
What a very appropriate card.
Right, taken between his mother and the wall when he was but 3 nights old.
But 3 nights old.
I think it is a time to start thinking about thinking. Again, this kind of goes right along with where we are. We're coming up for Mabon, Alban Elvid. And it's a very karmic time of harvest, a time of thinking, a time of planning for the future, and a time of understanding our strength.
Ah, yes, like the eagle of Guernsey, who said, when I first came here, I had this massive crag of a mountain, and I pecked at the stars for every night, and all that remains is this little pebble. But in all that time that has come and gone, I do not know of this man, Mabon. Mabon ab Modron. It's so much meaning in this card. I love it. And I just love that Pamela somehow just tuned into all of the incredible mythologies that span, various
Religions and cultures.
and cultures. The mythology of many cultures lie within the illustrations of the deck, and this is quite beautiful. I mean, this actually represents the vernal equinox in terms of magical timing, 0 degrees Aries. But it's what's pictured on it is the opposite side of the wheel, the autumnal equinox. But there's walls here which indicate where, as far as the sun goes when it gets to its solstice. So start thinking about that literally. But this is the sun card. This is it. There is. Was it? I'm trying to think who said this, and I for the life of me, I think it's some kind of Aboriginal wisdom. But it says, keep your face to the sunshine, that way the shadows will be behind you. And I think that's true, because sometimes, we do allow things to sort of operate in our
they quote that on
subconscious.
Nomad by Nomad.
But I'm pretty
Aboriginal
sure it's
CD.
Aboriginal wisdom, without doubt.
Keep your
But
face to the sunshine.
But it is, if you,
the
it's
shadow.
the shadows are behind you. But it's kind of cool.
Well, I think that it's apt that we're talking about all the planets that are kind of in retrograde or stationary, standing still, and solstice,
Means-
taken between his mother and the wall was but 3 days old. He hit the wall, Start
Exactly.
going the other way after that.
You got to, yeah.
So we're in that waning section of the year as well.
Well, we're about to cross that line. We're about to cross that line. Exactly. So
All right, so learn how to relax.
it is.
Oh, look, they can't see my shirt. It says, "Peace be with you."
So there. Hey, McLeod got off of my U. No, that's the other one, isn't it?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, on Wednesday nights we have Witch's Tea Party at the shop at 6 o'clock. You can come and join them. And we need bodies on Thursday nights for Reiki. We have Reiki level 2 practitioners that are working towards their masters. So if you're around, give us a call. We need bodies on Thursday. There's just a lot going on, and we would love for you to come and join us with some stuff. And please, please, please be kind to yourself. Maybe you've not had a bath in a long time. You've only had showers because you need to do it really quick. Maybe you could find time to just give yourself.
Get your little rubber ducky out.
Yeah, a tea light, and an intentionary space to just float.
Chillax.
All right. Thank you all so very much. Have a wonderful week, and next week we'll talk a little bit more about the Virgo new moon.
Better, I guess. So yeah, be kind to yourself, and if you're kind to yourself, you be kind to others. Thank you so much.
Please watch and comment on our cat videos. Please
share them around, please.
Please subscribe if you haven't already.
Mash the like button if you haven't.
Please share the Celtica video around and help us get things going.
Yes. All of the above. All right then. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful, beautiful day, and we'll catch up with you later. And if you're having a barbecue or whatever, enjoy.
Peace.
All
Chill
right,
out.
but remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Bye.
Bye.
Blessed be.
All right, we got